Well, welcome to the 2023 International Junior Auctioneer Championship Finals. Please give them a round of applause. We have three amazing contestants this evening. If you do not have a bidder number, make sure to locate that before we get started. Bidders were included in your registration packets and are also on the bottom corner of your name tag. I'd like to take a moment to thank the ringmen and volunteers that have made today possible. We appreciate your dedication to the contest and all of your hard work all day long. Please give them one more round of applause. Finally, I'd like to introduce our judges for the IJAC competition this evening. Your 2021 IAC champion, Nick Bennett from Manhattan, Montana. 2021 IAC champion, Laura Mantle from Pickerington, Ohio. 2022 IAC champion, Jarek Miller. And 2016 IJAC champion, Brooke Gillespie from Fargo, North Dakota. And please welcome to the stage your 2022 International Junior Auctioneer Champion, Jesse Garber of Stewartsville, Missouri. Great, thank you. There are three IJAC finalists this evening. Each finalist will sell 2 items and then answer an interview question. That's actually backwards. They will answer their interview question first, and then they'll be selling their final 2 items. They will be introduced tonight by contestant number only. Please give some encouragement to your IJAC finalists tonight. We are ready to begin. Finalist number 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, judges, thank you for your time. I am Brandon Mendoza, contestant number 1, bilingual auctioneer from Hennessy, Oklahoma. Morgan, I believe you have a question for me.
As a young auction professional, you're in a constant cycle of learning, improving, and overcoming challenges. In what ways do you think you have grown the most, both personally and professionally, as an auctioneer?
See, I don't even need to memorize a speech for that because I can sincerely answer that question. First off, I'd like to thank the National Auctioneers Association for allowing me to be a member of this great association the past 5 years. I've gained a lot of knowledge and I've better perfected my craft, and for that I am very thankful. With that being said, I have 3 great points on how I've grown both personally and professionally in this industry. Number 1, my salesmanship. Not only being able to sell something and advertise an item as a businessman to a customer, but rather sell it from a friend to a friend. Secondly, utilizing all the tools that you have to offer. With that being said, coming from a Hispanic descent, being a bilingual auctioneer, you can reach a completely new customer, and that is a big bonus in this industry. See, I get a great joy off that though, because seeing that customer's face enlighten when they see me selling in Spanish and knowing that they have somebody there accessible that they can talk to. That's just brings me all the joy in the world. And thirdly, advice. I'm not saying that I'm not able to take advice. That's the contrary. I've always been able to take advice. See, the more I grew and I mature in this great industry with great teachers, mentors, and past champions, I've been able to actually take that advice and better my craft. Thank you. With that being said, guys, ladies and gentlemen, I have 2 great items to sell for you guys today, starting off with Lot 1001A. Lot 1001A is a pair that dries, it's a machine that dries 2 pairs of boots at one time in under an hour. Now, guys, if you are like myself and you are out in the outdoors or you are out with muddy pens messing with livestock, these will come in handy. Nobody likes stinky boots, putting them on the next day and they are still wet. Guys, let's have an auction. I heard them think it could have been $100, it could have been $40, it could have been $100. Give me 25 and 25, 25 could have been a 50, 75, could have been $100, it could have been 125, 50 and 175, it could have been $100, $200, it could have been 225 and 225 right here, could have been 225, 50 and 250, 75, it could have been $300, it could have been $3 and $300, it could have been $300. I'll do it in Spanish. 300 and $300, it could have been 325 and 325, 325, it could have been 325. I'll do 315 just for you one time. 315, help me, I'll help you out. Now 315, now thank you. And now 325 and 325, it could have been 325 and 325, now it could have been 325, it could have been 325 and 325, it could have been 325. Hold on, 325, it could have been 325, 325. I sold it 315, I sold it 315. Buyer number 840, 840 for 315. Thank you, ma'am. My second item is Lot 1001B. Lot 1001B is an indoor gardening kit. Now, this will grow 6 different types of vegetables inside of your very own home. Now, how cool is that, guys? Let's have an auction. Hey, up there, it could have been $100 and $100. It could have been 25 and 25. 25 could have been a 50. It could have been a 50, 75 and 75. 75 could have been $100. It could have been 125 and 125, 50 and 175. 75 could have been 100, 200 and $200, 225, 50 and 250. It could have been 250, 75, 75. It could have been 275, 275 and 275, 275. Got 250 back here. It could have been 275 and 275. It could have been 275. Ask them if they'll do 265. I'll help them out one time. Thank you. Now 275. I got to been 275. I got to be 275. I got 265. I got to be 275 and 275. Hold on. I got to be 275, 275, 275. I sold it $265. 265 to 367. 367. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, I am Brandon Mendoza, finalist number 1 from Hennessy, Oklahoma. It's been a pleasure. It's been my honor. God bless.
Eve, Mr. Mendoza has set the bar high.
Yes, he has. I've had the pleasure of watching him compete now a few times, and that was exceptional. And ladies and gentlemen, keep in mind, these are contestants that are under the age of 18 years old. He did a fantastic job.
To watch him metamorphosize into what he is right now, thrilling. Back to the next contestant.
Let's watch our next one.
Finalist number 2.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ellie Ratliff. I'm a third-generation auctioneer from Crete, Illinois. I am so grateful to be here, and I would like to say thank you to all of you here, and especially the judges, for supporting us young professionals here tonight. Morgan?
As a young auction professional, you're in a constant cycle of learning, improving, and overcoming challenges. In what ways do you think you have grown the most, both personally and professionally, as an auctioneer?
Well, that's a great question. Being a third-generation auctioneer, I have truly grown up in this auction industry, but I decided that I wanted to jump in with both feet recently, and since making that decision to pursue a future in this industry, I have had so many opportunities to grow and to learn and to just advance myself. And I have learned to respect everyone here in this room tonight so much. My first auction was a school fundraiser, and it took until I was standing in front of my peers to realize that this is scary and it's intense. But I have learned to overcome those feelings, and I have found a confidence within myself as a person and an auctioneer that has led me to be here on this IJAC stage tonight in front of the champions of this industry. And I am just so grateful to that, and I am so grateful for the NAA and the opportunity that they have given me through Next Gen and through all the other tools that I can use and that us young professionals can use, and I cannot wait to see what we can bring as this generation to the NAA and to the art of auctioneering. Now I have 2 items to sell tonight. My first is lot number 1002A. It is the Pursuit Ground Blind with 2 stools. Hunting season will be here before you know it. It is portable and it takes 1 person to set up. All right, 10. Anybody want to give 10 now? 10. Anybody want to give 10 now? 10 now? 10 now? 20. Anybody want to give 20 now? 30, 40. Anybody want to 50, 60, 70. Anybody want to give 80, 90 now? 100. Anybody want to give 125? 150. Anybody want to be 150, 150, 150. Anybody be 150 now? 175. 175 now. 2. Anybody want to be 2, 2, 2, 2, 225. 225. Anybody want to be 2, 2, 50, 50, 50. Anybody want to be 275? Anybody want to be 275? Thank you. 2, 3. Anybody want to be 3, 325. Anybody want to be 350, 50, 50, 50. Anybody want to be 350 now? 75. 375. Anybody want to be 375? Are we all in? 375. Anybody want to be 4? 4. Anybody want to be 4, 4, 4, 4 now? 425. 425. Anybody want to be 425? 450. Anybody want to be 450? 50, 50, 50. Anybody want to be 475? 475 now. $500. Anybody want to be 555? Anybody want to be 525? 525. Anybody want to be $525? Are we all 525? Anybody want to be 550? 50, 50. Anybody want to be $550? Oh. 575. Anybody want to be 575 now? Anybody want to be $600? Anybody want to be 625? 625. Are we all in? Are we all done? And I sold it to $600. 2 bidder number 235. My second item tonight is lot number 1002B. It is a Zapata nested curled pearl plated silver, size 8, sterling silver, ladies and gentlemen. All right, 10. Anybody want to be 10 now? 10. Anybody want to be $10 now? Anybody want to be 2? Anybody want to be 20? 20 now. 30, 40, 50. Anybody want to be 50, 50, 50 now? 75. 75. Anybody want to be 111? Anybody want to be 100? 125. 125. Anybody want to be 150? 50 now. 75. Anybody want to be 175 now? $200 now. Anybody want to be 2? 225. Anybody want to be 225? 225 now. 50. Anybody want to be 250 now? 75. 75 now. 3. Anybody want to be 3? 3, 3, 3, 3. Anybody want to be 325? 325. Anybody want to be $325 now? 325.50. Anybody want to be 350? $350. Are we all in? Are we all done? 350, 375. Anybody want to be 375? Anybody want to be $375? 375. Make your ladies happy, ladies and gentlemen. Are we all in? Are we all done? And I sold it for $300. 2 bidder number 288. 288. Thank you. Once again, my name is Ellie Ratliff. Thank you. God bless.
Ellie, what a magnificent job. And for perspective, ladies and gentlemen, this is a ballroom filled with about 1,000 individuals, and this young lady stood up there and did fantastic.
You know, Ellie is obviously from auction royalty. It's in her genes. She's 3rd generation. She absolutely crushed it. I feel so ancient because I've known this child since she literally was born. And to watch her blossom, and I can obviously see the tutelage of her dad, is just so gratifying. She crushed it.
Oh, her confidence on stage and selling those items for that high, just remarkable. We had 9 IJAC contestants as young as 12 years old, and now we're witnessing the top 3.
You know, it's so amazing, too, because I think she might have set a record on that tent or whatever it was, the first item she sold. But it is just, like I said, her mom and dad have to be proud. Her family has to be proud. She did her profession proud. She's obviously a beautiful young woman. She still has a few more years to compete. She won't be off to college for a couple of years. But, I mean, I just don't know what in the world that these kids can bring to the table. But we're about ready to find out because we're back with contestant.
Our final contestant.
Finalist number 3.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Lydia Lamp, and I am from Lutz, Iowa, contestant number 3. I have a couple of amazing items to sell for you tonight. I understand you have a question for me, Morgan.
As a young auction professional, you're in a constant cycle of learning, improving, and overcoming challenges. In what ways do you think you have grown the most, both personally and professionally, as an auctioneer?
That is a really good question, Morgan. Thank you. As an auctioneer, I think that you need the personal confidence for any auction career, and for the professional knowledge and the NAA. The personal knowledge in using your customers to serve them the best that you can to get the most dollars of what they want, and as well as the NAA with the connections that you can make. All right, ladies and gentlemen, lot number 1003A, deepest starfish fish finder. Put it in the water, connect it Bluetooth to your iPad, see everything that's underwater without having to use it. On it right there, you give it a 10, and give it a $10, would have been a 10, 10, give it a 10, now $15, would have been a 50, 50, now $20, would have been a 20, 20, now 35, now 30, now 35, now 40, and give it a 40, now 50, 50, give it a 50, 50, now 60, now 70, and give it a $70, would have been a 70, give it a $70, would have been a $70, would have been a 70, now 80, 80, now 90, and give it a $90, would have been a 90, 90, give it a 90, now 100, 110, and 10, give it a 110, now 120, 120, now 130, 130, 30, give it a 130, $30, would have been a 30, now 40, and give it a $140, would have been a 40, 40, give it a $140, would have been a 40, now 50, and give it a $50, would have been a 50, 50, now $60, would have been a 60, give it a 60, now 70, and give it a $70, would have been a 77, give it a $70, would have been a $70, would have been a 70, $70, would have been a 77, give it a $70, would have been a $70, would have been a $70 bid. Last chance, all in all done. $70 bid, sold it in the back. What? 745? 745. Thank you very much. All right, lot number 1003B. The Fire TV Stick 4K streaming quality. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a fantastic item. A lot of people have them. They're super popular. Stream Netflix, Hulu, YouTube, anything that, all of those streaming services that everybody talks about. You tell me right here, give it a $10, would have been a 10, 10, give it a $10, would have been a 10, now $20, would have been a 20, 20, now $30, would have been 30, now 40, now $50, would have been a 50, 50, give it a $50, would have been a 50, now 60, now 70, $70, would have been a 70, now 80, $80, would have been 80, now 90, and now 100, 110, 110, 10, give it a $110, would have been a 10, 10, give it a 110, 110, now 120, 120, 20, give it a 120, 20, give it a $120 bid, $120, would have been a 20, 20, give it a 120, I'm at 110 in the front, I want 120, $120 would have been a 20, 20, give it a $120 bid, $120 would have been a 20, 20, give it a $120 bid. Sold it in the front, 110. 546, number 546. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. My name is Lydia Lamp, and I'm from Lutz, Iowa. Thank you very much.
Wow, you have to take your hat off to Lydia. I mean, she was a little nervous in the interview, but she blew it away with her bid call. Unbelievable.
Perfect example.
Well,
of
ladies and
somebody
gentlemen,
who
that
is
concludes our
passionate
IJAC
about their
finalists for
craft,
this
because
evening.
soon as she
Please
had
give
the
our
microphone in
finalists
front
and
of her
all
mouth,
9
selling her
IJAC
comfort zone where
competitors
her
a
passion lies.
huge round of
And from
applause.
this entire, and what's unique too
If
about
our
this,
IJAC finalists will make their way to the stage. We had such an amazing IJAC championship this year. We had 9 young auction professionals. And if you were in this room Wednesday night, you know what a future these young professionals have in the industry. I was so impressed by every single one of them. To get up in front of 700 of your peers on a stage like this is so impressive. And these 3 finalists tonight, you heard their runs earlier tonight, absolutely amazing, every single one of them. I won't make them stand up here too much longer, and we'll get right to the finals. Your second runner-up this evening is
Give it a $10, would have been a 10, 10, give it
Lydia
a $10,
Lamp
would have been a 50, 50,
from
now
Let's,
20, would have been a
Iowa.
20, 20, now 35, now 30, now 35, now 40, and give it a 40, now 50, 50, give it a 50, 50, now 60, now 70, and give it a $70, would have been a 70, give it a $70, would have been a $70, would have been a 70, now 80, 80, now 90, and give it a $90, would have been a 90, 90, give it a 90, now 100, 110, and 10, give it a 110, now 120, 120, now 130, 130, 30, give it a 130, $30, would have been a 30, now 40, and give it a $140, would have been a 40, 40, give it a $140, would have been a 40, now 50, and give it a $50, would have been a 50, $50, now $60, would have been a 60, give it a 60, now 70, and give it a $70, would have been a 70.
Your first runner-up this evening is
30, 40, anybody with 50, 60, 70, anybody with 80, 90, now 100, anybody want to be 125, 150, anybody want to be 150, 150, 150, anybody be 150, now 175, 175, now 2, anybody want to be 2, 2, 2, 2, 225, 225, anybody want to be 2, 250, 50, 50, anybody want to be 275, anybody want to be 275, thank you, 2, 3, anybody want to be 3, 325, anybody want to be 350, 50, 50, 350, anybody want to be 350, now 75, 375, anybody want to be 375, are we all in? 375. Anybody want to be 4? 4. Anybody want to be 4? 4, 4, 4. Now 425. 425. Anybody want to be 425?
which means your 2023 IJAC champion from Hennessy, Oklahoma.
Give me 25, and 25, 25, got a 50, 75, got a $100, negative 125, 50, and 175, got a $100, $200, negative 225, and 225 right here, got to be 225, 50, and 250, 75, got to be $300, negative 3, and $300, negative $300. I'll do it in Spanish. 300, and $300, negative 325, and 325, 325, got to be 325. I'll do 315 just for you one time. 315, help me, I'll help you out. Now 315, now thank you, and now 325, and 325. I gotta be 325, and 325, now I gotta be 325, gotta be 325, and 325, I gotta be 325. Hold on, 325, gotta be 325, 325. I sold it 315, I sold it 315, now for I gotta be 100. Give me 25, and 25, 25, gotta be 50, 75, I gotta be $100, negative 125, 50, and 175, I gotta be $100, $200, I gotta be 225, and 225 right here, gotta be 225, 50, and 250, 75, I gotta be $300.
I'm speechless. When I first started 5 years ago and I first became a member of this great association in Jacksonville, Florida, a lot of people have told me my voice sounded like my sister's, which kind of took offense to that. And here we are with a completely new, different chant. I'm in my backyard in my home state. Talked with my good friend Cotton Booker that I first met that beat me by half a point in Jacksonville, Florida. 2 years after that, a year after that in New Orleans, strep throat, and San Diego unprepared. But this one was completely different. I had been selling for 8 months for my good friend John Brown and his wife, Shelly Brown with Brown Auction Company, and it was way different. To be honest with you, I wasn't even going to be here today. I've been working out of town for a month and a half, and I got a call last week that I could go home for a week. So I'd been thinking and sitting in a tractor all day on Tuesday helping my family bale hay, and I thought about it real hard, and it was about midnight that night when I finally decided that I was going to get up the next day and go ahead and come here and see, just have some fun. So I want to thank God. I want to thank my parents, the great support system. I want to thank my great mentor, Justin Ray Choate, and his entire Choate family. I'm tickled to be here, guys. Thank you.
We're going to have Jesse sell a crystal gavel before he leaves the stage.
See if my voice is still there. What language do you guys want this in? Who gives $100 and $100 bid? $100, 2, 2, 203, and 3 down 4, $400, 5, 5, 600, and $700, 7, 8, now an $800, 800, and now $800 bid. I got 700 bid, 800, and 800. Tell them I'll help them one time. 750, I'm 750, 750, now 750. I got 700 right here with you, correct? 700, could have been 750, I'm 750, could have been 725, one time, and 725, 725, could have been 750, thank you, now 775, 775, could have been 400, thank you for what you did do. I got 750, could have been 775, and now 800, 825, and 825, now 850, could have been 875, and 875, 875, could have been 900, now could have been 925, right back at you, could have been 925, and 925, I got 900, could have been 925, now 950, now 975, and 975, now could have been 1,000, could have been $1,000, I got a 1,025. 1,025, thank you for what you did do. I got 1,000 big, I got a 1,025. 1,025, I got a bit number, I got a 1,025. I got a 1,000 with you, got a 1,025. 1,025, I got a bit 1,025. I'll do it in Spanish one time before I leave the stage. Y 1025, ay 1025, tiene que ser en 5. Ay 1025, I got a bit number, I got a 1025, I got a 1025 dólares. Ay 1025, tengo 1000 aquí, tiene que ser 1025. I heard them, tiene que ser 1025. I got 1,000, I got a 1,025. 1,025, I got a bit number, I got a 1,025. Gotta go all in, all done. 1,025, 1,025. I sold it your way, $1,000. Buyer number. $408, bidder number 408 for $1,000. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. It's been a pleasure and an honor. God bless.